Okay, so this is my second time recording it because my computer's stupid. Um, my friend needs help doing Java stuff, and the main thing she needs help with is figuring out how to make button events work properly. So I'm going to show a fairly quick example how to do that. Last time I said that it was 10 minutes long. Um, Start off by making a JFrame to hold your button. I don't really care what you call it. Um, One thing that is required for JFrames is default close operation, at least the first JFrame. The other ones you don't need it. Um, Whenever you close the JFrame, you want it to make sure that it's actually closing and not leaving open threads. Um, After that, you will create your JButton and give it text so that you can actually see it. Um, Then you will add the button to your frame, and then you will pack your frame so that you don't have to make it some specific size. And then you will set its visibility to true so that you can see it. Now if you run it, and I don't know shortcuts anymore in Java, you'll see I have a button in a JFrame. It doesn't do anything because I didn't make it yet. The reason that I did this instead of something like this, which this works too, is because you need to access the button in order to give it its event or its action listener, and that is how you make events happen in Java. You create action listeners. Um, so an action listener defined by uh, lovely Java docs is an interface, and it only has the action perform method. Um, and what it's doing is whenever the button is clicked, whenever the action is invoked, it will call that one method inside of the action listener. Now, just for a quick example, I'll go into the deeper one in a second. I'm using an anonymous inner type. So the anonymous inner type, all it is a non-user defined class that uses action listener. Um, Whenever the code is compiled and turned into binary and all that fun stuff, it creates a class for this, but this is syntactic sugar so that we don't have to do it ourselves. And let's say we want a alert box, so whenever the button is clicked, it sends up another box that tells people that they suck. I don't know. So you create the JFrame as you did before, this time not setting the close operation. You create a JLabel saying you suck. Not you, but the people that are using your application. You add the ooh, you add the label to the box, you pack the box, then you set visible to true, and boom, everything should work properly. Now when I click this button, it shows that you or I suck since I'm using my application. Now this is all cool and dandy, but if you noticed, every time I click the button, it was creating a new one. So let's say I go on a clicking spree. Now I have tons of instances of you suck, and this is not what you normally want. Sorry, I'm not used to this. So let's say you wanted it to be an actual toggler instead of something like this. In that case, and I've already created the alert action, it's just a class that implements action listener so that we have a solid class where we don't get the syntactic sugar. And the reason for this is so now that we can make instance variables. So I'll try to name them all the same thing. So we have a box as a new JFrame. I guess it doesn't really matter, but here in the button, that's sorry, JLabel. That's a label. And then box.add label box.pack. Okay, and then here's the interesting part. So we have all of this code that'll get run whenever the constructor is called for the action alert action. This will only get run whenever the action listener event is called. So what we wanted to do is swap whether the JFrame is visible. So set visible equal to the opposite of box.isVisible. So set the visibility to the opposite of its current visibility. Now, instead of using the syntactic sugar here, we pass in a new alert action. Now, if we run it, we have this cool box. Click on that, we get this cool box. Click on it again, it goes away. Comes back, goes away. It's really neat. If you need any more help, comments. Sorry I had to go so fast. I don't like this camera recording stuff. So good luck with your endeavors.